This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will discuss a program of chapter subprograms and file handling in GW basic programming language. We have already created a program, so we called it a program number 1. Now we will create a program of a different nature using different code. So let's start reading the question. Create a program to implement a telephone directory using sequential access files. Your program should be capable of writing the name, telephone number, and address of your friends to a sequential file. So this is a completely different program. We have executed program number 1 in our previous video. So this here you can see that this is the same program. So that was the program number 1. So we will write the program number 1 with it. So today I'm gonna type one more different program having different code. So let's switch to the IDE of GW basic programming language users. Here we are, viewers. Now we will type a program to create a new data file and insert data in it. So first program will be we will start from line number 10, CLS line 20, open data file for output as #1, line number 30, input, enter number of records, double quotes close, semicolon, we'll type comma, rec is a variable, line number 40, write #1 comma rec, line 50, we will type for k equal to 1 to rec, line 60, input, enter name, double quotes close, comma n dollar, line 70, we will type input, enter telephone number, double quotes close, comma tn dollar, line 80, input, enter address, double quotes close, comma add dollar, line 90, write #1 comma n dollar, comma tn dollar, comma add dollar, line 100, we will type next k, line 110, we will type close #1, line 120, we will type end. So viewers, this is the actual program. Now I'm gonna execute it. So I will run it. So I will press the F2 key. Now it asks me to give the number of records I'm gonna add, so I will type 2, and now it asks to give me the name of the persons. I will type Robert, telephone number is 111-825-9900, address is Houston, Texas, second name can be any Brittany, and telephone number can be 123-777-8389, and the address can be Tallahassee, Florida. Now these two are orders. These two records have been entered because I have given number 2 as number of records I wanted to enter, so I have given 2 different name, phone number, and the address of Robert, and the second one was the Brittany, name of the person Brittany, and then phone number and her address Tallahassee, Florida. So 2 records have been entered into the file data file.dat. Now I'm gonna list this program, and there are something like I would like to enter double quotes or column or give a space. So I'm gonna edit input line 30, and over here I will type edit 30. Here I would like to add like this, double quotes close, comma, rec line number 60. I will edit line number 60, edit 60. I will type edit 60, and over here I will type same thing, dot dot dot, double quotes close, comma, and dollar, edit 70. Over here again T and dollar, so I will type dot dot dot, double quotes close, comma, T and dollar. Line number 80, I'm gonna edit 80, so I will type address and then dot dot dot, double quotes close, comma, ADD dollar. So I'm gonna list this program. So there are changes have been made, so I will type F4 key to again save this program and type name data file.bas, name of the file. So I'll press F2 key. Now you can see 3 dots after record, so I'm gonna type 1 over here and then type the name of the person as Steve, and the telephone number can be 257699897 and then 1909, and the address can be Atlanta, Georgia. So this record has also been entered into the data file.dat. So if you want to check how this record is actually being entered into the file of the data file.dat or not, we can check the file. So let's switch to the file. I'm gonna show how all the 3 records have been entered or not in the file. To verify and check, let's switch to the file, data file.dat. So here we are, here you can find the file data file.dat, in which I've just entered 3 different records. If you want to verify it, you can just double click it and you can see the latest record, which is the Steve 35789719091 one record, Steve name, its phone number and its address. So if you want to enter one more record, then let's switch to the ID of GW Basic. We can press the F2 key to run this program. I'm gonna type one more record and type name of the person as Sebastian, phone number as 444-480-9870, and the address is London, UK. Now this record has also been entered, so let's verify it. Data file.dat, just entered the record. So this is how we can verify that the record entered is saved or not. So we have just discussed how to create a new file and then insert data in it. Now we will discuss how to open data file and then read data from it. So viewers, that was the program we created to how to create a new file, a new data file, and insert data in it. Now we will discuss one more program, how to open data file and read data from it. The first file was used to open a file and create a file, so we have used for output, but now in this program to open data file and read data from it, we will use for input as #1. So let's switch to the IDE. So in line 10 we will type CLS, line 20 we will type open data file.dat for input as #1. Line 30 we will type input #1 comma rec. line 40 we will type for k equal to 1 to REC. Line 50 will type input hash 1 comma and dollar comma t and dollar comma add dollar. Line 60 we will type print name colon quotes close semicolon and dollar. Line 70 we will type print telephone number double quotes close semicolon t and dollar. Line 80 we will type print address double quotes close semicolon as dollar. Line 90 we will type next k. Line 100 we will type close hash 1. Line 110 we will type ENDN. Now we'll press the F4 key and type the name of the program as data file read.bas. Now we press the F2 key. So you can see that the enter record was the Sebastian telephone number and the address you can see on the screen. So I've just executed the program. We can see the enter record was named Sebastian, phone number and its address. So here we can see the code of this program. This file is now actually opened for input purpose, like we are gonna read the data, the entered record, saved record in it. So if we use output means that we're gonna write some data in it, but if we use input over here, that means that we're gonna read the data which was actually already entered into the file. So this is how we can execute a program, viewers, in this way. So I'm gonna explain the interpretation of this whole program line by line to you guys for your better understanding and knowledge, to understand the concept of how this program is executed and what is the purpose of each and every line being used in this program. So I'm gonna interpret the execution of this program line by line. So I'm gonna start from line number 1. In line 10 CLS statement is used to clear the contents of the screen. In line 20, open statement is used to create a new file named datafile.dat for output, as #1 is used as a buffer memory location. In line 30, input statement is used to take input from the user to enter record in the string variable named rec. In line 40, write statement is used, which will store data using buffer memory location number 1 using the numeric variable rec. In line 50, for loop Counter loop is used with initial variable, initial value 1 and final value as rec, with numeric variable named k having initial value 1 and final value as rec. In line 60, input statement is used to take the input from the user, which will store name of the person in string variable named and dollar. In line 70, input statement is used to take the input from the user, which will be stored. I'm going to type which will be stored in which will store telephone of the person in string variable named T and dollar. Again in line 80, input statement is used to take the input from the user, which will store address of the person in the string variable named ADD dollar. So you can see, if just scroll it up here, you can see ADD dollar is the name which is going to store the address of the person. T and dollar is the string variable used to store the telephone number of the person, and dollar is the string variable which is going to store the name of the person. So these three different string variables are used in this program. In line 80, in line 90, you can see next key is used. In line 90, you can see write #1 and dollar, T and dollar, add dollar. So actually we would like to write data into it, so we will use the write #1. So we'll type line 90 write #1 is used to write and store. We can type write, store, save data into the fields, into the records, into the fields, name, telephone number, and address of the friend of the person, or you can call it friend. In line 100, next key enclose #1 and then and in the end. Next key is used for the loop termination, as long as the loop reaches its final value. The next key will terminate the loop execution. Line 110, close #1 is used to close the open file in line 120 and the end statement is used for closing ending the basic program. So this is the whole interpretation of this program, and then you can see the output over here. This is how that was the record I entered by running this file. You can see the saved record in the dat file by using the notepad. You can see the output as well on the screen, and I'm going to interpret the other program which was used actually to open data file and read data from it. The first one was used to create data and then insert data into it. Now I'm gonna type the interpretation of this program. So viewers, I will type line number in line 10. CLS statement is used to clear the contents of the screen. In line 20, open statement is used to open the file data file.dat for input. Means that now after the execution of this program we will be able to see the entered, or you can call saved record in the file data file.dat by using the buffer memory location number 1. So this #1 is actually used to use the buffer memory location for reading the data. So if you want to see the entered saved record, you need some memory location. So this memory location number 1 is used for inputting the data file, this data file. So after executing this program we will be able to see the entered record. So after execution we can see the entered record. The name was Sebastian and the telephone number was this and the address was London, UK. So very simple program. I'm gonna interpret in line 30. You can see for loop input hash is used. Since this program is used for input to read the data from the file, so in line 30 input #1 is used to read the data from the file data file.dat by using, you can see in line 30, memory location #1 and .rec is the actual, by using buffer memory location number 1 and using the numeric variable rec, which actually contains the total number of saved records. In line 40 you can see for 1 to rec is used. So we will type for loop is used with variable named k with having initial value 1 and final value r is here, right? In line 50, input #1 and $t and $dollar will be used. Means that total one record was entered, so we will type input #1 is used to see the records saved in the fields name, telephone number and address for which we have used and $, $t and $, and $ADD as string variables. So these are the variable names in which the name of the person, telephone number, and then the address was actually saved by using all three variables. In line 60, we will see that three print statements are used, but in the first program you have noticed that input statement was used because that program was used to take the input from the user, so input statement was used. But in this program we actually wanted to display the stored data in these three variables, so we will use the print statement because the print statement is used to display the entered data on the screen. So the saved data will be displayed on the screen with the help of the print statement. So I can type like in line 60, 70 and 80, 60, 70 and 80 print statements are used to display the saved record in the variables named and $, $t and $, and ADD $. In line 90, next k, close one and then end. In line 90, next k is used for loop termination. In line 100, close #1 is used to close the open file which was actually opened to read data from it. In line 110, end statement is used to close the program, the basic program, the main program, the basic main program. That's all, viewers. That's the whole interpretation of the second phase, the second program we just created today to open data file and read data from it. That's all. Thanks for watching.